Let me do this. Hey, KL, how are you? Ooh, these glasses. Glasses are filthy. Hi, Tiffany Ashley Brown. I don't know why I always feel the need to say your entire name. Tiffany Ashley Brown. Hi, Aim. How are you? How's everyone doing this evening? Thank you, Aim. I appreciate that. Is that how you introduce yourself? Probably not. You probably just say, I'm Tiffany Brown. But I just feel like, I don't know, it just has something to it when you're like, Tiffany Ashley Brown. It's nice to meet you. Hi, Jessica. I'm okay. I'm pretty good. I love you too, Aim. I love you too. What you say, KL? I left a comment on one of your videos about your good and the jailbreak. How potent. But that is hilarious, KL. I'm gonna have to go find that comment. Oh my God. You think my hair is gorgeous, Aim? Well, let me say that. I thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, you did, Tiffany, but it's okay. KL, first of all, let me answer you. I can assure you they did not escape from me, but thank you for the vote of confidence. Um, Aim, I did a egg and mayonnaise treatment before I washed my hair a couple of days ago, and my hair is so soft. It was dry and just like brittle feeling before I did it, so I think I'm gonna have to do that like once a month. I just say Tiff now, but as a kid, I sure did say my whole name. And you should. You should be proud of your name. Hi, Joanne. Yes, I went old school. What about Natalie and Annabelle? Connection or coincidence? Hmm. Hello, Lanice. How are you? Um, I I don't know if there's a um. Oh, I will add some olive oil next time. Thank you, Aim. I'm doing well, Jennifer. How are you? Grumpy Grandma. Well, we're happy to have you here. I'm doing all right, Lanice. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna say this. So there was the fire in Nottoway. No, I'm sorry. The escape of the inmates. The fire in Nottoway. Hi, Coco and Dre. How are you? And then yesterday or the day before, the site where Marie Laveau's old house used to be had a fire. So her house burnt down in, I can't remember what year, but they built a new house on the same site in 1905. So that house had a fire that messed up the kitchen. Yeah. And I remember you saying you like them roughneck brother. Not anymore, KL. We don't do jailbirds, roughnecks, gangster stuff. We don't do them anymore. I can't. I can't. It takes too much energy. Too much energy. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, Jennifer, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, my dear. I was thinking about that dog and fell in the shower, Joanne. Are you okay? See, this is what I'm saying. That's why I say, y'all, that come with too much. I greatly appreciate you, Jennifer. Thank you. I don't know if I wouldn't say they disrespected because somebody does live in the house. Paula King. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Paula. Oh my goodness. Y'all are gonna make me cry. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are gonna listen, y'all. Today has been an emotional day, a very emotional day because I don't know, grief is a strange thing. I'm about to cry right now. I'm sorry. Um, and I was okay on Sunday because I had there was a couple of subscribers that came in town. So I went and met them. And thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Paula. KL Aren let me see it today in my garden this morning. That's good luck. Oh, that's so beautiful. Hi, Tracy Hogan. How are you? It does, Tiffany. It man. Thank you, Jessica. I am and it'll be the strangest. Like I won't even have my mind on my dad. I won't even have my mind on my ex, and it's just like the strangest thing will happen, and I'll just start getting teary eyed. And thank you. It's okay, KL. Um, but I'm doing my best to push through, y'all. I'm really doing my best to push through, and y'all are really helping, and I so appreciate y'all because if I didn't have y'all, if I didn't have this to do, I don't know what state of mind I would be in right now. So y'all are, I am so grateful for y'all. Y'all have no idea. But getting back to Annabelle and that insanity, and then y'all, did y'all know that they brought her into the French Quarter in a place that was right next door to a voodoo shop. That's your dad coming through. Just remember the happy day. I will. Thank you. Yeah, Tracy, that wave is like, woo, woo, woo. It's, man, it wears you out. Yeah, and I'm so sorry, Paula. You baby, you have my love and my prayers because it is woo. And in my excuse me, my sister Ashley, she just buried her father yesterday. So it's been a lot for our family. Lanice, I was told by someone I can't remember what comment section it was in, but I was told that the their son-in-law, the Warren son-in-law, is the one I think who has Annabelle going around. And I don't know why they would think that was a good idea to do that. I saw that they brought her. There was footage of a lady rebuking that dog when they were taking her out of the truck. Yeah. And what you say, Aang? My daddy would come to me and settle me. Oh well, I pray he shows up and just, yeah. Thank you, Paula. I'm glad you're here. What do I feel? I feel like because there's so much going on in the city already that hasn't made the news. There's so much going on, and then another thing that was kind of weird. A couple of nights ago, there was a big alligator out in New Orleans East, like in the middle of the road. Which I grew up in New Orleans East. My mom still lives out there, that's not really an odd occurrence, so to speak, because you'll see gators in the canals from time to time. Certain areas you'll see them, but for it to be in the road, and they had like buku cops like blocking the road and watching the alligator. I'm like, damn, did the alligator escape from OPP too? Shit, they had so many cops out there, but they were trying to keep the people away, keep the people from being harmed, keep the gator from being harmed, while wildlife and fisheries came. While they waited for wildlife and fisheries to come and pick it up. Thank you, Aim. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know. Yes, Tracy, Annabelle is real. Look up her story. She is truly like is real. Like she is really a demon possessed doll, and that's why there's so much. That's why she's encased in like this special box that has like incantations and prayers and stuff written all carved into it. As a matter of fact. Oh, thank you, Candace. Thank you, Candace. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all are doing so much for me tonight. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, I'm so grateful. Thank y'all. So there was the alligator on the road. The fire in Nottoway, the inmates escaped. And then Marie Laveau's, not her actual house, but the site where they built another house on it. I don't have Cash App, Aim. I only have Venmo, and my Venmo is Fat Girl Freestyle. I cursed Cash App, the people at Cash App out, and they banned me. They banned me because they kept closing my account, and I told them, I'm like, I have a business. Like, K Denise Enterprises is a legitimate business for when I'm selling my books and stuff. And they were like, well, we're trying to help you, blah, 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 and this, and it's fraudulent activity. And I told them, fuck you. I said, fuck you. And they were like, oh, boop, you banned for life, ma'am. So all I have is Venmo, which is Fat Girl Freestyle. I'm Fat Girl Freestyle on everything, y'all. Hi, Nay. Nay. Am I saying that right? I'm just going to, nah. Might be nah. Nah. Just mind your business. The photo you posted earlier was so beautiful. Thank you, Didi. Those were my subscribers that came down here and for a visit. So I got to meet up with them. Thank you, Aim. I appreciate it. Yeah, because YouTube does take I can't remember the percentage. I think it's like a 70-30 split or something like that. Something like that. I'm not sure. I was, Didi, because it was nice. It was nice getting out of the house. It was nice being out of the house. It was nice interacting with them. See, Lanice says every state they're touring, something bad is happening when they leave. Because Annabelle don't need to be, baby. But when they said the house caught on fire, the site where Marie Laveau's old house used to be, when they say that caught on fire. But let me tell you what really pissed me off. Reading the article for the lady who rents the house, she's like, oh, I don't believe in all of that voodoo foolishness. And neither did Marie Laveau because she was a Christian like me. And I'm like, wait a minute, ma'am, ma'am. That doll needs to be locked away. That's the thing, Tiffany. It was locked away in a basement. Yes, Aim, she is a damn lie. She was locked away in a basement. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Thank you. I hope you're having a good evening as well. She was locked away. And the Warrens never wanted her to be moved. But again, I think somebody said it's the son-in-law that's taking her on tour. So, yeah. But like I said, there was strange things happening before, like me and the other driver that experienced that disappearing pedestrian. That was something. And somebody else posted a story about encountering a werewolf. There was a subscriber who posted in my comments and said her and her mom experienced a shapeshifter. So there was already so much stuff happening in the city before, and then to bring that energy here, it's too much. And I'm like, damn, hurricane season starts June 1st. We don't need all of this going on. It's already too much. They had it locked away in their weird little museum, and they would have it sealed with holy water, and it was handled very, very rarely. I don't know what the hell these people are doing. Excuse me, Jennifer. I don't know either, but it's all about money. It's all about money. Money, 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 money. So the thing about Nottoway, is a little weird because they claim it started when they first started reporting on it. They said it was a small fire in like a second floor bedroom or something like that. That one of the employees smelled the smoke or saw the smoke, and they immediately called. That's what they said when they first reported. So I'm trying to figure out how it went from such a small fire to boom, all of a sudden the whole place is engulfed in flames. Not that I really care, but I'm just saying it's strange. It is very strange. Firstly, I'm new to your channel. Forgive me. It was from the vampire video of yours, but I love the content in your whole, how do you say, vibe or something like that. Well, thank you. Thank you, Evenings with X. Welcome. And we appreciate you for being here with us. Yes, you could definitely see the souls of the ancestors being released. Yes. And it makes me wonder what time spiritually this all is for stuff like this to be happening. And everybody has their theories, everybody talks about this, everybody talks about that. Excuse me, but I think with the state of the world and everything happening politically, and just with all the ridiculous stuff that's happening in the country, I feel like it is forcing people to be more spiritually aware. And when you are more spiritually aware, you become connected with all of these things. And it really elevates the consciousness of us all. So I feel like that's part of it as well. I don't know. I am going to go take a drive to White Castle because that's where Nottoway is. White Castle is on River Road. I am going to take a drive to Nottoway. I am going to go live while I'm there. I'm not sure what day this week is going to be, but I'm going to take a drive there so y'all can see, excuse me, so y'all can see what I see. I won't actually be able to, I'm sure they have the road open, but I'm just not sure how close I'll be able to get, but I will get as close as I can so y'all can see. And then, we can all kind of get a vibe. I also want to call Whitney Plantation. Whitney Plantation is in Wallace, Louisiana, which is also on River Road. And they specifically feature the lives of the enslaved at their plantation. They have names, they have their backstories. And from what I have been told, they even can tell you how they died. So I want to go to Whitney as well and take y'all along. I just don't know how much I'll be able to record, but I do want to get permission before I go. So I'll have an idea of what I'm allowed to record and what I'm not allowed to record. This is the year of the 9, getting rid of things that don't serve you any purpose. chosen ones being led to the light. Ashe, 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 Lanice. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Excuse me, y'all. My sinuses. So I do want to expand more and do, more stuff across Louisiana. I even want to go, I want to go back to Mile Bayou in Mississippi. Oh, thank you, Evening with X, coming to New Orleans on the 29th. And I think it's not a coincidence that all this is going on leading up to my stay. I've been called there and I'm answering that call. Your content keeps me prepared. Thank you. Thank you, X. It is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. If you need any recommendations on where to eat, what to see, what to do, whatever, email me, fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com. And I'll be more than happy to make some recommendations for you. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. So yes, it is. And I in one of my videos, I said that because so many people have said, oh, I just feel called to New Orleans. I feel called to New Orleans. And I'm like, come, don't be afraid. Just come here for a visit, just for a couple of days. Just see for yourself, feel it out. Just find out what the connection is. Sometimes people discover that they have family roots here. And sometimes I feel like it is a connection from a past life. Again, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but I feel like people are being activated in some way. It's like with the movie Sinners. And I don't want to say too much in case somebody hasn't seen it. Excuse me. But I saw it and I felt activated in some way. I felt like there was some type of coding in the film for us to receive. But I will say this. I do want to talk about this though. The film is about vampires, but not about vampires. And that's all. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. Yes, Lanice, you felt it? Okay. Okay. What you say, X? I was close to being born there years and years ago. Then I visited 3 times, but this time I'm going on my own. And it feels so right this time. It's uncanny, truly. I cannot explain it. You don't have to explain it, X. That's the thing. You don't have to explain it. It's just a knowing. And people understand. So you don't have to explain. I love New Orleans. I agree. It's a special place. Yes, it is, Paula. She certainly is. I always tell people, depending on your intention when you come, New Orleans can be a welcoming lover, a welcoming grandmother, or she could be a scorned woman. It's all on you. It's all on you what your experience is going to be. And there are so many people who have come here who have loved it so much they have never left. And there are those who come back several times a year who wish that they could live here, but for different reasons, it's just not time for them yet. But I always refer to New Orleans as a her because she is her own entity. She's not just a city. She is her own entity. It's crazy because I have some family there that I haven't seen in a long time. I wanted to move there. Well, you got to get connected to them, Lanice. Hi, Caribbean Tigress. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I can't wait to get back. I spent so much time there and it was always positive. Yes, Paula, I'm happy to hear that. So, X, tell us what you want to do when you get here. What's something you want to see, something you want to experience? Share that with us. I'm curious too. I want to know. I want to know. No, this is a safe space. We are not going to laugh at you, I promise. This is a safe space. We are very welcoming here. We are not going to laugh at you. What you want to do? Go to the strip club? Take a swamp tour. You want to see some gators? You go to City Park and see alligators. I want to talk about the Nottoway Plantation fire. What you want to say about it, Caribbean Tigress? We listening, X. We're waiting, anxiously waiting. We're anxiously waiting. Hi, Anwar. What's up, Big Dame? How are you? Ancestors are definitely doing their thing, Tigress. Most definitely. Most definitely. And I want to go. I'm going to go. I was just telling everybody, I'm going to go and I'm going to go live while I'm there because I'm curious to see what the feeling is. I want to know, and I want to know if y'all are going to pick that up too. Like, what's the feeling of it? What's the vibe? What's the energy? I want to know. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. There is another plantation that two black women bought. They're twin sisters. And y'all forgive me, I cannot remember the name of it. Green something? No, that's not it. I can't remember the name of it. But they're not open yet, but they're working on it. When I was 12, I visited and did most of the tourist stuff. 16, I did more. 18, I've seen. I won't say all, but by that time, I've done a lot. Okay. So I'm curious, X, what you want to do when you get here? Or really mourning the gigantic love. Yeah, and I don't, and so let's talk about this too. Because I have a very diverse audience, which I appreciate. Um, People don't seem to understand that there are two different experiences here when it comes to a plantation. And one is when you are a black person, African American, I prefer to say Afro Indigenous. When you are an Afro Indigenous person and you go to a plantation or you see a plantation, your thoughts are completely different from when a Caucasian person or any other ethnicity of person sees a plantation. They're going to see the architecture, they're going to see the beauty, they're going to see the oak trees, they're going to see, they're going to see all those beautiful wedding photos. Like, that's the experience that they have, but we see it and we think of the suffering of our ancestors. We think of the souls and spirits that are trapped there. We think of just the pain. And when I drive down St. Charles, I get mad sometimes. It's just an anger that comes out of nowhere because I'm like, you motherfuckers are living in houses built on the blood, sweat, and tears and pain and suffering of my ancestors, of our ancestors. Y'all are still reaping the benefits. And I think people just don't want to acknowledge that painful part of history, because if you acknowledge it, then you're accepting that it was wrong, that your ancestors, people you were connected to, that they did something wrong, that they were awful, terrible people. Because you are an awful person if you can enslave another person and mistreat them. There is no such thing as, oh, Massa was good to us. No, there's no such thing. And if you've ever listened to the slave archives, which the Library of Congress had a huge collection, it used to be available on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's still available on YouTube, but you can go and listen to the voices of the enslaved talk about their experiences. They did like a huge project in, I want to say the 30s, early 40s, something like that. I can't remember. And they were old, they were elderly by that time, but their voices, just the things that they said, it was just hearing them talk about what it was like It's awful. So there is nothing to celebrate. And for them to refer to it as the Nottoway Resort, come on now, y'all. Come on now. And that's a shame, KL. That's a shame. At 25, I've had a lot of spiritual experiences. I've been awakened, I believe, recently. All this vampire stuff does have me intrigued. I'm a writer. Oh, that's wonderful. That's not silly, X. That's not silly because we all believe that they exist. So it's okay. Hi, Janet. How are you? I was wondering about the Ursuline convent. My family and I had an interesting. Oh, what was your experience, Paula? It's an old I can tell you it's an old convent. It's an old order. And the school I used to go to, which was Holy Angels on St. Claude, it's not a school anymore. It's a retirement community for elderly. But that place was haunted. Big time. So I know Ursuline was haunted too. If they can remove Harry. Oh. You saw some of the footage, Tiffany, of the recordings of the formerly enslaved. So research, but there's also the spiritual aspect of that calling. I've had very specific dreams and I can't explain it no matter how it doesn't sound silly, X. I need you to stop saying that. I need you to stop saying that. It's not silly. We are living in a time. No, Lanice, I didn't hear about that. Did you hear about the black couple on TikTok that bought a plantation with slave cars in there? I did not hear that. Right, Tiny Bubbles, not today. It ain't a resort today. It's a fire to keep you warm today, but it ain't a resort. No, Lanice. Yes, Tracy, you could definitely feel their pain. Another interesting spot on Ursuline Street, Devin, or at Ursuline. I'm gonna have to go look it up, Tiffany. Lanice, people that do stuff like that, I call them white adjacent. That's how I refer to them, as white adjacent. Paula, a young woman approached us and wanted for us to take a tour. She took us all over places we weren't supposed to go. Oh, Lord. Did they know who she was, Paula? I'm going to have to go look them up, Lanice. I'm going to have to go get in them comments, baby. Well, what happened on Ursuline Street, Devin? See, Ursuline is just a couple of streets away from from Esplanade, y'all. Esplanade is where I saw the disappearing pedestrian. Ursuline is just a couple of streets over. So it's the same area. It's terrible to buy that and change it as if nothing happened. Yeah. I want to go, and she never told y'all who she was. See what I'm saying? Could have been a spirit, Paula. I had an out of body experience. I got out of my body and I seen a man dressed in black. Excuse me. Had on a black hat with no face. Oh, wow. So were you staying in a house on Ursuline and that happened? Yes, X, all the years of history. Wow, Paula, that's interesting. Okay, you were staying in the house when it happened. Well, a lot of the houses along Ursuline are very old, so I could, I could see that. Oh, I'm sorry, KL. I'm sure it's still there though. The Hat Man. Isn't he Papa Legba, Lanice? I think that's who they say the Hat Man is, Papa Legba. I could be saying that wrong. Then you can smoke whatever you want. That's not gonna affect us in any way. My grandparents' parents were sharecroppers, so it's horrible to hear that someone would do that. My grandparents would hate to hear that. Yeah. So that's who they refer to the Hat Man as. Um, I also want to go to the Myrtles Plantation. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Myrtles in St. Francisville. They have a designation as the most haunted place in America, I think, or one of the most haunted places in America. But they're in St. Francisville, which is not too far from Angola, by the way. If I could buy a plantation, I would. However, I would not convert it. I create a space where I pray for the ancestors and constantly tell them they are safe and no longer in danger. That is beautiful, Tiffany. Yes. Yes, they mentioned Papa Lake buying centers. Yes. Yes, Caribbean Tigers. Myrtles is extremely haunted because they're saying it was built on land with Indian mounds. So there's a lot of Native American spirits that they see, along with formerly enslaved, along with former owners. So it's just a whole bunch going on there. I would like to go there too and record. Now I'm in Houston. I think you think the spirit is following you, Devin? Do you have a spiritual practitioner that you could reach out to talk to them about this? It was beautiful. The Esplanade home, brick and white wood inside and planted courtyard. Oh, well, it's still there, KL. It's still there. And I hope you get the opportunity, even if it's for a short period of time. I hope you get the opportunity to be in that space and just enjoy it. Do you, so you don't wear any type of spiritual protections or anything? Devin, let me ask you this. Throughout your life, have you had strange experiences? Have you ever heard spirit talking to you? Have you ever seen things that other people couldn't see? Whitney Plantation is the only one focused on the enslaved perspective. Yes. Hey there, native New Yorker. How are you? The Ghost Brothers did a segment on the Myrtles. It was good. I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't like watching which I do like the Ghost Brothers. But I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't like watching those kinds of shows. Because I don't. What's up, Mo? What's up? What's up? What's up? I always call you Mo. So we just gonna leave it at that. That's gonna be your nickname, Mo. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Thank you for being here. Yes, I did, especially in Walmart. Something flew right across my face. I see things. Okay. So what you say, Alexander? Do you like white boys? I don't discriminate. Let's say that. I don't discriminate. I don't like them like that. They play too much for me. um, Devin, you need to find a spiritual practice. You know what, Devin? Email me. fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com because you probably need to be cleansed and you definitely need some spiritual protections for sure. For sure, for sure. I work in a grocery store that's built on Indian land. The Ohlone tribe. I see spirits every day at work. Oh, wow, Anwar. Good night, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Simona. Yes, Tigers. I appreciate that my audience is diverse. I do. I wouldn't say fine as hell, Sir Deuces, but thank you for the vote of confidence. I appreciate it. Um, I do appreciate that my audience is diverse because we can talk about all of these things. I like to think of this as a safe space where there is no judgment. Because a lot of times people have questions about things that they can't ask anybody else in their life or out in the world. So, hi Marcus, how are you? Miami nephew Mook checking in. Thank you for being here, Mook. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you. Some of y'all I haven't seen in so long. I'm so happy y'all are here. But if y'all have questions, just ask and we can talk about it together and get those questions answered. I feel like this is how, progress is made. Yes. Hi, Sir Manny. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. Do you see that comment, Devin? Lanice says, yes, I was going to say that. You need a spiritual cleansing and a black tourmaline crystal necklace. I appreciate the safe space. I haven't told people about the real reason why I'm going to New Orleans, and I'm happy to know I'm not odd for feeling the pull. You are not odd, X. There are many, many people who feel the same, so do not think you are odd. I see shadow people, and I get very physically ill around different places. Physically drained. Tracy, you need to wear protections, Tracy. You need protections. If you are feeling drained when you go around different people and you go in different, and this is for anybody. If you feel drained when you go to certain places or you're around certain people, you need to have spiritual protections. Thank you, Sir Manny. What you say, Horsey? Do you still dream about the vampire? No, I do not, because I did a cord cutting, a spiritual cleansing. I did an entire ritual to cut that tie. I put in the work to make sure that that was no longer. Came here to see what you guys to say about all the Louisiana going on. Mook, they should have kept Annabelle wherever the fuck she was. That's how I feel about that shit. They should have left her right where she was. Because they done brought her through here, and baby, all hell then broke loose. The inmates then broke loose. You got alligators blocking the road. You got plantations on fire. The site of Marie Laveau's old house caught on fire. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Me too, my baby. I'm glad you called me too, Renee. Is that your name, Renee? I think is Renee your name, native New Yorker? That's the name that came to me when I saw it. What about God? He is a great protector. He is a great protector too, Michelle. Absolutely. But sometimes you need physical things. You need physical things. God bless you too, Horsey 7. Horsey 7. My son lives in New Orleans. I get sick every time I go visit. Okay. So, Tracy, you definitely need to get some protections on you, my love. Anoint your home with olive oil in the entrance and doors and windows. You seen it, Mook? It's not her house, her actual house that she lived in, because the house that she lived in burned down in like the late 1800s. But they built another house on the same site in 1905. Yeah, the kitchen of the house burned. I agree with you, Sir Manning. They do know what they're doing. They're trying to toss the world up even more. He lives in an old shotgun house. Has the house ever been blessed? Has the house ever been prayed over before he moved in? Was it ever cleansed in any kind of way before he moved in, Tracy? Tracy, you got to email me, fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com. We got to get on this. We got to get on this. Hi, Jennifer Gadsden. Welcome, welcome. We got to get on this, baby, because see, all this is stirring up, stirring up, stirring up, stirring up. Wow, I wore a Saint Benedict medal to work and it kept bursting out of my hand. Wow. Wow. Practices what, Tracy? She lives with your son or she lives on the other side of the shotgun? And what exactly does she practice? And see, that's another thing too. Sometimes people don't know. They'll tell you, oh, this is what I do, this is what I do, but they are not well versed in it. And they're conjuring up all kinds of things. His roommate. What you say, Eisnet R, big double chin? You goddamn right, I earned this double chin, motherfucker, and I'm damn proud of it. If it's his roommate, if it's, can y'all still hear me? Because my phone was ringing. Oh, can y'all hear me? Damn, Tyrus, you work in a prison. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, Mo, so that's going to be your nickname. You see her mumbling to herself. Okay, so Tracy, it might be a good idea if your son removes himself from that home. And let me tell you, inmates are far better than the correctional officers. I'm a teacher there, by the way. Oh, listen, I have a special place in my heart for incarcerated and formerly incarcerated people. I used to volunteer with an organization that, did different things or helped them get their medications and, advocated for them to get their medications, help reconnect them with their families, just kind of did different things, connected them with resources in the community for when they were getting out, all kinds of things. So I have had many different interactions with the correctional officers, with the wardens, and with the prisoners. And I can definitely say people do not become correctional officers because they're good people and want to make a difference in people's lives. They're very, and I'm not going to say all of them, not going to say all of them, but 85% of them are corrupt people. And that's why they go work in prisons and jails. My son asked me to come stay again, and I told him I can't. I'm scared of her. And he's not scared of her? Hold on, Tracy. You got a whole situation happening here, Tracy. All institutions institutionalize everyone associated with them. The institution's existence depends on dehumanizing everyone involved. That is truth, KL. Yeah. I've seen it all, Tigers. Believe me, I've seen a lot. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. And I love it. I listen. I am so grateful for y'all love and support. Y'all have no idea, especially at this time in my life. Y'all keep me going. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. We talking about all kinds of stuff, Jennifer. All types of stuff. The female correctional officers are coming at us like Voltron. Oh! That is hilarious. Hi, Jody T. How are you? Hi, Nicole. Girl, you got me cackling, not Voltron, huh? She feels really old to me, like hundreds of years. She may be doing some type of work to keep you away. And she's probably doing work on both of them. I had a coworker who was a CO. He would tell me how they would beat up the inmates. Long story short, we fell out because he started trying to bully me and other coworkers. Oh no, that's terrible. See what I'm saying? They're awful people. She's doing work on both of them, Jan, and I don't know. She's most likely trying to isolate him, separate him from his mom. So, and if that's the case, then you definitely need spiritual intervention. And I'm gonna say this, and this is nothing against anybody's beliefs, because I believe in God, universe. I do. I pray. But there are still other spirits. Like there's levels to this stuff. And there are still spirits that exist that people who do, whether it's they're witches, whether they do voodoo, whether they do hoodoo, Santeria, there are still spirits in between all of that that can be used by people. So it's not just about God and Jesus. There's all types of stuff in between there. And you need to be spiritually protected with more than just God. You need sometimes you need to do certain things to help you. I'm there, and since they're in a position of power, they do abuse. Yes. And she's a man living as a woman. Okay. Okay, Tracy, that's a whole lot happening right there, baby. That's that's a lot going on. Okay, just us, I guess that's absolutely fine. All kinds are welcome here. We do not discriminate. All are welcome. Just don't come up in here with no bullshit. The first time I talked to her on the phone, she said, "You will never see your son again." Hold on now, Tracy. And you haven't sought any type of help with this situation. You haven't sought out any type of assistance, nothing. Thank you, Just Us. I appreciate that. Who's very similar, Ellen? This is crazy, y'all. Are y'all reading this? It's her son's roommate, Tiffany. But she just said that it's a man living as a woman. So I don't know. Is he a cross dresser or is he trans? I don't know. But this is crazy, Tracy. This is crazy. And baby, I'm gonna need you to like get on the ball and really get some significant help because this person could be possessed. This person could have a very dangerous mental health disorder. Like it could be a whole lot of things going on. I'm very scared for him. My heart, no, I haven't because I don't know what to do. He's trans. Okay, so the roommate is trans. The roommate is trans. No, she needs to go to a spiritual practitioner. Okay, so the roommate is trans. Tracy, you need to go to a spiritual practitioner, baby. You need to find a spiritual practitioner. You really need somebody here since this is where he lives. You really need somebody here. The issue is not that the roommate is trans. The issue is that the roommate is a witch of some kind or doing some type of work or something, some type of magic or voodoo, hoodoo, something on Tracy's son and on Tracy. So the roommate being trans is not the problem. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That game freak said, "Give me the address. I'll come take care of it." She asked last time I was there, was I scared of her? I said no. Yeah, Tracy, that's some serious stuff going on, my baby. Yeah, Lanice, I agree. Mook, you got scared and left? Is it okay we can talk in private? Who are you, CR? I don't even know who you are. Very dangerous. Yeah, Tracy, you're gonna have to stop being scared, baby, and you're gonna have to work on his behalf. Okay, Mook, I just want to make sure. Hi, Claudia. That is crazy. That is insane. Ooh, Lord. I'm glad I came on here tonight, y'all. And I'm glad y'all all here with me. Hopefully she can hopefully Tracy will make a move, bust a move. You gotta bust a move, Tracy. You got to bust a move, baby. Because there's no telling what that person is trying to do. I don't scare easy at all, but how she gonna put all that on? I mean, it's fine because people don't have people in their lives to talk to about this kind of stuff. And then people think you're crazy. Hey, Regina, how are you? How are you? And then people think you're crazy. I see all your videos and everything you say is so real. I know someone has done witchcraft on me and my life is miserable. Well, CR, you need to go to it again. And this is the issue I have. What'd you say, Devin? I want to share this story. I got sick. I felt a man walk in my room wearing a suit. He rubbed my arm 3 times. I couldn't move and I couldn't talk. The next morning I got up, I was healed. Oh, wow. Thank you for that information, Tigress. Thank you. Thank you. See, Devin, that's why you need to. Let me say this before I get into anything else. Again, I do not have any issue with God. I believe in God. I pray. I will always believe God is higher power. What I don't believe in is religion, because religion has disconnected us from our spirituality. And when we came into this world, we came in with spirituality. Everything is a spirit. Money is a spirit. The trees are spirits. Animals, absolutely everything, even your car, everything, spirit. You can talk to it. You can communicate with it. You know, people think it's some strange practice, but spirit is equal to energy, and everything has an energy to it. But because people are so deeply indoctrinated when it comes to religion and church, they don't want to see anything else. But there are so many entities, like I was just saying a few minutes ago, so many different levels and so many entities in between all of that, that you have to be properly equipped. You have to be properly equipped. So, but I feel like they disconnected us from our spirituality because they knew how powerful we were. They knew how powerful that connection was. And all of this stuff that's happening today is forcing us. And I'm talking with the politics. I'm talking about with the wars. I'm talking about the weather, everything. All of this stuff that's happening today is forcing us to become reconnected with our spirituality, because that's the thing that is going to help us the most. That's the thing that's going to save us. But that religious shit, I can't get with it. I can't get with it. I feel very hurt with you saying that. I can never explain it. And people and friends, some family have said that what you said is crazy, and therefore I was far fetched. So glad I caught you. I'm glad you're here too, X. Exactly, Lanise, going back to our true selves. Aramaic is an allegorical language, and that's why I think the Tower of Babel was talking about organized religion and not spoken languages. I agree, KL. And look, I'm not big on the Bible, and I'm not well versed, and I'm not as well versed as I used to be because I was raised Catholic, but I denounced religion at 14 years old because I felt in my spirit that something was wrong with it. The Bible talks about spirits and principalities. Yes, Janet, thank you. But one thing I always felt connected to, and I have a book of them on my altar, was the Psalms. I've always felt very connected to the Psalms. And the older I've gotten and the more I read the Psalms, the more I realize I'm like, these are just spells. These are just spells. And when people talk about God and manifesting, what do people think that is? And it's crazy to me that people want to demonize people who do witchcraft or voodoo and all these other things. But it's okay for y'all to believe that you can drink the blood of Jesus or that he died on a cross and rose 3 days later. That's what necromancers do. They bring the dead back to life. Humans, animals, even buildings are energy driven. Even if we aren't there, we leave our imprints. Yes, Caribbean Tigress, agreed. I've read the Bible cover to cover while fasting. Not sure what that makes me. Not an expert, just verse and verses, I guess. It makes you knowledgeable, KL. It makes you very knowledgeable. So yeah, Tracy, I need you to, I don't know if you are more on the religious side of things. Again, it's fine, whatever you believe. But I need you to step to the other side and get in these spiritual streets, baby. Tiny Bubbles, true. Much of my family is Kojic. Baby, they turned me off to it. Who? Girl, don't get me, girl. Church of God in Christ. Lord have mercy. Hi, Kendra. How are you? Okay. Okay. But you need to get in these spiritual streets, Tracy. You need to figure out what's going on. Something about old traditional gospel music touches my soul. Yes, Mo. Because the old gospel, that's our ancestors communicating with us. See, that came from their soul. They were talking about the things that they were going through, the things that they were dealing with. They put themselves into those words, into those feelings, and that's why I feel the same way about old blues music. And I'm talking old blues, like from the 20s and 30s blues. I feel such a deep connection to it because that was a time when music was not corrupted. It was untouched, and the person was truly able to put themselves, like merge the music with themselves. And that's why it's so emotional and so powerful. I speak the old, true language of the old world. People don't understand it. They get scared because they don't know what I'm saying. I mean, not tongues that people speak, but the true old. Oh, wow, Lanice, that's beautiful. I just feel things. Hi, Scary Spaghetti. I like that name. It's some powerful workers in church. I mean, I believe that, Janet. I believe that. I believe it's some powerful workers in the church as well. I just don't feel like God and spirituality should be separated. I don't believe that. I don't believe God and spirituality should be separated because I believe it's the same thing. I believe it's the same thing. It is all the same. I'm at war with these gophers in my garden. They're going to need Jesus if they snatch one more of my bean plants and pull it underground. Oh my goodness. I hope you get that rectified, KL. I was raised Catholic and grandma taught me early to recite the rosary. We did rosary even for the recently departed. Yes. And again, prayers, rosary, stuff like that, I think is fine. But don't demonize spirituality. I feel you, Tiny Bubbles. I grew up in foster care and with other religious Catholic, Baptist, Jehovah's Witness, Kojic. I decided as a youngster that I would not subscribe to a set religion. Yes. Hi, Aaliyah. How are you? That's right, Tiffany. And I always tell people, you do what feels good to you. Do what feels good to you, but do not allow yourself to be misled. Trust what you feel. Trust your own thoughts. Okay, Tracy. Please keep in touch and let us know how everything goes. I'm finding them too, KL. They're eating my potatoes. Oh my goodness, the gophers. Oh goodness. I'm not participating in any religion, but I respect it. Yes. I saw too much stuff with all of them and don't want to limit my beliefs. That's right, Tiffany. Would you say scary spaghetti? God speaks in many ways. Yes, indeed, God does. I'm doing okay one step at a time. Been really struggling with anxiety and panic lately, but I'm learning to take it slow. One day at a time, Aaliyah. It's the energy of the world. It is the energy of the world. So one day at a time, meditation, medication if you have it, because I believe in that too. Oh, I love Sister Rosetta Thorpe. I love her. She was amazing. Amazing. I'm not part of a denomination, but I am spiritual. Yes. Yes to the medication. Yes. Listen, I believe in medication. I believe in putting in the work. I believe in doing your due diligence. I believe in doing what you need, but I also believe in medication, baby, because if you need it, take it. Because let me tell you, I take my medication every day. I have to. Why do you think they have demonized spirituality? I think spirituality has been demonized because they were not able to control people who were more spiritual, who were more into spirituality. With religion, and see, spirituality does not come with fear. Religion comes with fear. I do not like the term God fearing because God is not an entity to be feared. Why are you telling us God is all loving, but then in the next breath you're saying fear God? The two things do not match. God is not an entity to be feared, but religion is used to control. You can't control people who are spiritual because they know the deal. They connected to everything. But with religion, you're so disconnected. They put that fear in you, and then they can just kind of guide you like cattle wherever they want you to go. Hi, Simona G. A Bible verse that helps me a lot is James 1:27. Pure and undefiled religion in the sight of God the Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself unstained from the world. There you go. Basically, love others and don't get caught up in any bullshit. I like that, Aaliyah. Hello, Legba Divine. How are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever set of rituals that looks like for you is your religion. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for being here with us, Legba Divine. We appreciate you. And that's another thing too. That's what I tell people about spirituality. Stop telling people that they're setting up their altar wrong. Stop telling people that they're doing this wrong. Stop telling people that they're doing that wrong, this wrong, that wrong. However you feel you want to set your altar up, you do that. Now, I don't agree with people getting on TikTok and just sharing spells all willy-nilly, because then you got people doing shit and things are getting out of control. Because then they're trying to figure out, why the person they did a love spell on is all of a sudden losing their mind. And let me share this with y'all. And this is somebody I know. The older couple. The wife, many years ago, truth be told, nobody should be showing that. And I am a stickler about that too, Tiffany. Do not show your altar. Your altar should not be on social media. Absolutely. My altar is my altar, and it stays out of the spotlight. But there was an older couple that we knew, and the woman, now the man The man was married before. I'm talking about his second wife. I knew him when he was married to his second wife. Now, the second wife drew him away from the first wife using different spells, she did a lot of work on him. Okay. 20 years or 22 years, something like that. Now, once you start doing the work, you got to keep doing the work. Because when you get somebody that's not meant for you, you have to continue to do work on them. And see, people forget that. You have to keep the work going because that person was never meant to be with you in the first place. But you use spirit to manipulate and get them to be with you. That man developed Alzheimer's, completely forgot who the woman was, and only remembered his first wife. Got Alzheimer's, completely forgot about her, and only remembered his first wife because that is the woman he was supposed to be with. And that's how it backfires when you showing people how to do this, and they're not initiated, they're not well versed, and they're just doing stuff because they saw it on TikTok and they think it's cool. This is some real shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go back and read the comments. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Sending so much love. That love is received. Ancestors will guide you all day with altar set up. You better speak that speak. Oh, yes, absolutely. I tell people, whatever you feel led to do, they are guiding you. They're going to tell you what they want. They're going to show you what they want. They're going to let you know. You just got to pay attention. It's a closed practice. That's right, my baby. That is sacred, Tiffany. Yes. My thing is, if you had to do spell work to get someone, that would blow my self-esteem because you don't belong to me. And listen, normal people feel that way, Aaliyah, but people want what they want. And people have died. People have lost their life. Doing spell work, people have lost their life. If they cheat with you, they're going to cheat on you. Absolutely. What's up, Big B? What's up, Big B? I ain't seen you in a while. What's up? What's going on in Tennessee, my brother? Love spells never bring love. It brings obsession, and that's all bad. Yes. Hand clap on that. Yes. TikTok craft is like trying to do KL. Girl, you are crazy. People better stop playing with these spells they don't understand exactly. All the things in the world you could be using all this power for, and you stick you stuck on some dick. Well, there you go. There you go. What you said, Big B? Violence? With all this being said, us too, brother, let me tell you, it's going to be a hot ass summer. It's going to be a hot summer. The police got their work cut out for them already. They killed somebody the other day, a couple of days ago. They didn't even let the dude get out his car. The police pulled up. The dude's feet was on the ground, and he was laid back in the car like this. He was trying to get out the car. They ran up on him and popped him. Crazy. With all this being said, I feel just so happy to be here with everyone. Definitely the right time. That being said, how might I prepare myself for the spiritual aspect of coming? You have to, okay, CR, my email address is fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com. So just send me an email. X, I suggest that you meditate. I suggest that you do some spiritual cleansing, take some spiritual baths. You got to get protection. Somebody suggested the type of stone you should have. I can't remember what she said. Oh my goodness. If anybody remembers, or if you're still here, please make that suggestion again. You're welcome, CR. Please make the suggestion again so X can have his protections. But I do not suggest you come here naked. And when I say naked, I mean just like no type of spiritual covering. You should probably cover your head too, X. That's what's going on in Memphis. Yeah, man, it's a lot. It's crazy. Why do some feel called to New Orleans even with no known ties there? Tiny bubbles. It could be a past life thing. Could be a past life thing. I'm gonna get back to them, Legba. I promise you, I will get back to the candlelight story times. I'm still getting adjusted to my new place, even though I've been here for a year now. Um, I'm I still have stuff like I haven't even moved my desk here yet. So I still have stuff. I'm kind of in a not really a limbo, but kind of like a limbo. So I'm getting it together so that I can set everything up and just kind of really get comfortable. But if you feel called, Tiny Bubbles, it could be an ancestral thing. It could be a past life thing. Could just be a spiritual thing that you need to come here and feel. Feel your way through the space. There may be something that you need to see or somebody that you need to meet here. That's why I tell people if you feel the urge, go. The answer will be presented to you. Yes, it is. People ain't ready. Some gonna burn up. Absolutely. Oh, good. I've been doing that since the beginning of the month so far. Anyway, didn't know if there was more to clothe myself in. Nope. Just make sure you keep your head covered. Thank you, Tiffany. Black tourmaline, X. Get yourself some black tourmaline. You do any videos on the movie? I have not done any reviews on Sinners yet. I've talked about it here and there. But I want to go see it like 3 more times. But I loved it. Florida water. Yes, Paula, thank you. Come to the West Coast. We gave the world Kendrick because we're about that. All that. The revolution will be televised and podcasted and radio broadcasted. Yes, KL. Where do y'all get your dream? Where do I get my dream catchers, Aaliyah? Or where do people get their dream catchers in general? Carry sulfur, very powerful. Thank you, Legba. Yeah, I am. You see them numbers going up, Legba? I was like, man, if I could get to 10,000 before my birthday or by my birthday, I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna throw us, I'm gonna have a celebration. Man, I'm gonna get that. But it look like I'm gonna get that before then. So thank you. I will take my time. Renee. Thank you. You live in New Orleans, CR? Just email me. We'll talk. The movie is very deep. How do I go about finding one that's, real? Did you get it custom made with intentions? Aaliyah? Okay, Tiffany, thank you. Get some good rest, my baby. Get a good night's sleep. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Good night, Tiffany. And I pray you have a beautiful day tomorrow. June 1st, you'll be 50. All right, Paula. My birthday is July 22nd. Aaliyah, I got my dream catchers. Somebody in Angola made them for me. But the person who made them is of Native American descent. So that's how I got my dream catchers. But you know what? Aaliyah? I have some extra ones. I'm going to send you. Email me, Aaliyah. Email me. fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com. And I'll send you one. And you can start with that one. and then make your way. Because I just have them. I haven't used them all. I just have them. Well, somebody gifted them to me. He, again, the person who made them is of Native American descent, but somebody at Angola gifted them to me because I helped them do, some things on the outside. Oh, that's your sister's birthday, Lanice? Birthday twin? You are welcome. But dream catchers are very important. KL says you need sweetgrass for cleansing and protection. Sage just puts stuff to sleep, and when they wake up, they're just pissed. Be sure to fill the cleanse space back up with positivity so it won't refill with negativity. Y'all read that, right? Hey, Catherine, love all your videos. Thank you, baby. But Aaliyah, let me tell you this. Once you put your dream catcher up, so make sure you pick the right spot for it. Because once you put it up, it needs to stay there. And nobody else can move it but you. Nobody else can move it but you. I had my dream catcher on the wall in my old room, which Tristan is there now. And he sleeps with a fan blowing. And the dream catcher was tapping the wall. He took it down. And he said, Mama, I had nightmares that night. He said, the next day I put it back up on the wall. I said, well, Tristan, first of all, anything in that space is connected to me spiritually. I said, you're my child, so you're okay. I said, but you should never move or touch anything. I said, don't ever, ever, ever do that again. I said, unless you have my permission, my express permission to touch or move something. I said, but don't just go moving stuff around willy-nilly. But he learned, baby. And he said, Mom, I ain't never doing that again. I said, I already know. What you say, Lanice? That's why I love you. I love you too. Yes, they are very important. I have very deep dreams about New Orleans. Only drove through after Katrina. I felt so connected. Well, Legba, when you coming back? When you coming back, Legba? Kiddo wants to play Mousetrap. I'll be listening but not chatting. I love you too, KL. Thank you. I'm only on here for maybe 20 more minutes if my battery lasts that long. Tristan is coming here to take out my trash, so I got to gather my trash because, baby, one thing I'm not going to do is take out no garbage, okay? That's what I had children for. Hello, Claire. How are you? Katrina is my mom's name. I think it's appropriate now. Baby, Katrina came through. She said she wasn't playing no game. But let me tell y'all this. It was not the storm. The storm itself was not that bad. It was the aftermath that was bad. And I know a lot of people are going to tell you a lot of different things. But take it from me, who has lived here all my life. They claimed that a barge burst through the levee. And that's how the city ended up flooding. And I'm going to tell you why that is not so. Many years ago, my parents lived, well, y'all know my daddy is from Burris, which is down in Plaquemines Parish. Both of my parents have been through Betsy and Camille, which was two of the worst storms New Orleans ever experienced. New Orleans and surrounding areas. There was a ship. I think this was during Camille, because Camille was what? 60. I think one was 67, the other one was 68, or like 65 and 66, something like that. They were, 1 year behind the other. There was a ship during Betsy And y'all know how big a ship is. That was lifted up and over the levee by the water and just resting in the middle of the road. So if anything, the water, it's a ship, it's a boat, it's going to do what it does, and it's going to float with the water. It's going to flow with the water. So there's no way the barge was jutting up against that levee like that to break it apart. And a levee is very strong. I don't know if y'all have ever seen them, if y'all have ever been up close, but it is very tightly packed earth. Very tightly packed. That's all a levee is. Some of them are reinforced with concrete. They'll have concrete barriers at the top. Some of them they'll have sheets of like metal driven down into them to reinforce them. But overall, a levee is very strong. And there were people who said once the storm itself passed, everything was fine. A few minutes later, people said they heard an explosion. And that's when the water started coming in. So I agree. They blew the levees. And I'm going to tell y'all something else too. A gentleman, this is why I say, I don't think I will ever get away from doing ride share, even if I just do it 1 or 2 days a month. Intentional flooding, just like Lake Lanier. Yes, exactly. But I had a passenger, and he told me he stayed during Katrina. He said they were in the lower ninth ward, which we say across the canal, CTC. And he said they witnessed people in a boat roll up to the levee. And he told me what spot it was in. He said, we watched them. And we kind of was like, hey, you know what y'all doing? Because it was a group of them. It was like, hey, what y'all doing? And he said they threatened them. They threatened to have them arrested. He told them they were going to make them disappear. And basically they chased them away. But he says he believes that they were out there placing explosives to blow the levee. Because he said not too long after that is when they heard the big boom. So it goes deep. It goes very, very deep. And the crazier it sounds, the truer it is. Just saying. It was an attempt to save certain parts of the city, I believe. The more popular parts of the city, I think it was an attempt to save them. I think it was also an attempt to ruin certain parts of the city so that people couldn't come back, so that there could be a land grab. It's a lot of moving parts to it. Yeah, Marquetta. Yeah. Well, they've always wanted it, Claire. They've always wanted it. At that Katrina time, I did door-to-door magazine sales up and down the West Coast. I met many survivors and told their story. Yeah, it was intense. What's the most powerful spiritual experience you've had? Ooh, I've had so many, but I would have to say that experience with Miss Barbara, with her son calling me on the phone, and he was dead. He was dead. He had been dead for like 10 years at that point. But Miss Barbara was a lady I used to look after her. She lived by herself. She was an older woman. I got the video on on my page. Is posted here, and I think I got it posted on TikTok too. No, St. Charles didn't have any water. No. But parts of the city did get water, like Canal Street. And I think they wanted to prevent, because the river's right there. And I think they wanted to prevent the river from completely overflowing. So that's why they blew the levees to kind of relieve the pressure. But Canal Street was, they had dead fish for days on Canal Street after the water receded. It was a mess. But yeah, Miss Barbara, that was my most intense. Yep. Hi, India. How are you? This was just a last minute decision to hop on and come spend some time with y'all, because it's been a little while, and I like to, check in with everybody and just kind of engage and talk and let everybody connect and express, and just kind of, see where we're all at, especially considering all the shit that's happening in the world, all the stuff that's going on. But yeah. Have your ancestors ever audibly spoken to you out loud? Thank you, Legra. Thank you, because I haven't felt like myself in a long time. In the last, few days, I felt really heavy. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. There was one time, Big B, years ago. I don't know if it was an ancestor. I don't know who it was, but I was dating someone, and we had talked about getting married, and we were commencing to make all these plans, and we had told, thank you. We commenced to making all these plans. We had told our family, so we were, in discussions, like we were serious. And I was in my bedroom one day. I was making my bed, and I heard a voice. Now, I thought it was me, because I kind of questioned myself. I said, damn, did you just say that? But it sounded like somebody else was in the room with me. They said, you can't marry that man. And it's shocking. And I looked around. I'm like, what? I said, was that me? Because that's how clearly I heard the voice. So I just kind of sat for a minute, and I was like, okay. And then once I just kind of let it settle on my spirit, I called my cousin, because her and another cousin of mine were planning my bridal shower. And I told her, I said, put a pin in that. I said, put a pause on it. And she said, why? I said, I don't know. I said, but I'm going to let you know when I find out. And a couple of weeks later, there you go, Big B. See, you talk, they will answer. But a couple of weeks later, short story long, I had to help him get into his email. So I used my phone to do it. So it linked his stuff to my phone, to my email, in order to get him recovered into his phone. That same weekend, damn, that was Easter. Oh my God, I just made this connection. What is it with me and Easter? This is the second breakup I have had on Easter Sunday. That is crazy. Anyway, that same weekend, after I helped him get back into all his stuff, his phone breaks. So I'm again in my bedroom. I had one of his briefcases with all his paperwork in it. I see a name on one of the envelopes and something triggers me. Something said, get your phone and start looking. And I'm not a person that does that, y'all. But when I feel compelled to do something, I do it. When I hear, I listen. And I found all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. He was dealing with other women. He was dealing with men. He was dealing with trans. He was responding to posts on Craigslist to go meet in City Park. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I even called a couple of the women. One woman I had to call and let her know that he was in communication with her teenage daughter, asking her daughter for naked pictures. So I had to contact her. And she got mad with me because them two were still talking. They weren't dating, they were friends. She told me she was going to beat my ass. I said, hold that thought, baby. I said, because I never make these types of accusations without proof. I said, I got receipts. I'm going to send them to you. And she called me back crying. She said, I'm so sorry. She said, I am so sorry. She was devastated. There was another girl. He had a baby with this girl. The baby was a few months old. He told that girl he was in drug rehab. Yeah. It was awful. It was awful. I was devastated. But that's an example of spirit. Yeah. That's an example of spirit. So when they tell me something, I get that urge and that fit. Hey, what y'all want me to see? Show me. And they have never failed me. Never. Little random, but have you seen Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island? It's set in New Orleans. No, I've never seen it. I'm going to have to look at that. Yes, Claire, I dodged a bullet. Yes. That's why we tell y'all it's important to be led by spirit. When you feel that urging, you feel that you are not crazy. Those are your guides trying to tell you. Like, but what you say, ancestors be snitching? Oh, they be snitching, baby. And they never miss. They never miss. We got bored, KL. They never miss. So y'all have to trust yourself. I got 5 more minutes on here, y'all. But I want y'all to trust yourself. There are too many people who say, I had that feeling, but I went with it anyway. Too many people say that and they get into trouble or their lives are ended. You have got to trust your guides. You have got to trust yourself. You have got to trust your intuition because it is never going to steer you wrong. Not ever. I know about ears ringing, but have you ever had a cycle where you were seeing stars every day? Initially, I thought it was something medically wrong, but my gut is telling me it's something else. No, I've never had that, Aaliyah, but I definitely need you to ask them what's going on. Hey, Miss Pretty Legs, how are you? Took 40 years to finally get what? Oh, to trust your gut, Big B? Yeah. It's going to save your life. It has saved lives. Many, many times. It saved me a few times. So y'all got to trust it. People want us to think that something is wrong with us. But I'm good, Miss Pretty Legs. How are you? But you have to, and that's another thing that religion does. It disconnects us from ourselves. Religion disconnects us from who we are. And again, this is not about God. This is about religious indoctrination from other humans who want us to believe something. But even God says to trust yourself. Yes, it took that long because of the narcissistic abuse. Okay. Understand. Understand. Dealing with a narcissist will have you doubting yourself for sure. Absolutely. People will be playing in our faces. Ancestors will play in theirs. Oh, yeah. That's why so many people get exposed. Honestly, all I want to see Jesus do is slap the shit out of somebody for getting his messages screwed up. No! Lanice, let them call you crazy, baby. Let them call you crazy. Say, call me crazy, just don't call me ugly and don't call me broke. So there you go. But I love y'all so very much. I always enjoy spending time with y'all. Y'all have no idea how y'all have blessed my life. Y'all give me a purpose through this difficult period. Y'all give me purpose. And, sometimes y'all gonna see me a lot. And sometimes I'm just gonna kind of fade. But it's just because I'm giving myself a break. I'm giving myself some grace. I'm giving myself a rest. Because I need it. I'm glad you did too, Paula. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, but they be mad when you call them out on their shit. And then let them turn the other cheek so you can slap them again. Layla Renee, you too. Have a wonderful night, my love. Thank you. I love y'all too, Mook. Thank you. Mo, thank you. I'm so glad I got to see you. Yeshua Pimpin. Girl, you are crazy. You too, Big B. You be cool. Tell your wife I said hello. I will give y'all a quick. I will do a quick story time on the Easter connection, Aisha. I will. I will let you know. X, you are a blessing. Thank you so much. When you go looking, your tribe will find you. All right, I will give you till 10:05, Legba. 10:05, but you got to tell me something good. It's 10 o'clock. I will give you till 10:05. My phone got to be charged. Tristan about to come here take out my trash. All right, X. Fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com. You have a wonderful night, my love. Have a good night, Catherine. Thank you so much. Yeah, label, it's gotta be. Tell me something good. Give me something. Give me something. Good night, Tiny Bubbles. I hope to see you again. You too, CR. I hope to see you again. You have a good night, my love. And thank y'all all so very much. All right, Simona, you have a good night. I hope to see you again. The very first time I set my ancestor altar up, I was waking at 2:33 in the morning. And my great granny was praying at my altar. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That must have been beautiful to see. Good night, Sanaya. I will. It's in the works, Paula. It's in the works. I'm trying to get something. I already have a space where I could do it at. I'm working on something. Oh, Legba, that is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now that's the ultimate approval right there. That's how you know. That is like the ultimate. Yeah, let Annabelle go. Let Annabelle's energy get away. I tried to run to hug her, and she faded away. Oh, you be blessed as well, Lanice. Be blessed, stay in the light, and continue to share your beautiful energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You too, Claire. You sleep well. Thank you, Legba. That was beautiful. She was a very powerful woodworker, and she teaches me to this day. That is beautiful, Legba. Thank you so much for sharing that. That has done my soul an abundance of good. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is amazing. See, that's why I come here to be with y'all. Y'all be blessing my life. Y'all bless my life with y'all words, with y'all spirit, y'all energy, your soul, just everything. And I appreciate y'all. I'm so grateful for y'all. Yeah. October is gonna be a little different for us this year, Paula, because it's gonna be my mom's first birthday without my dad. And then the anniversary is a couple weeks after that on November 18th. So I'm probably not gonna do anything special for this Halloween because it's gonna be our first without him. And it's gonna be, yeah. Have any of y'all ever tried connecting with a pet that passed? I had one. I had a pet visit me one time, but I mean, I wasn't trying to do it on purpose. He just kind of showed up. Also, do know any spiritual things related to black dogs, Labradors in particular. Um, that depends. That depends. So you're talking about your black dogs in particular? Yeah. Like, but in fact, my sister gave me some strawberry cupcakes today. And I said, oh, that's my daddy showing up in my life because he loves strawberry cake, strawberry cupcake, strawberry ice cream. Like, that was his thing. He used to cut up fresh strawberries and put them in, he would cover them with sugar and he would add Sprite and he would let them soak and he would just eat them like that out of the syrup, or he would drizzle it over cake, or he would drizzle it over some ice cream. Thank you, Paula. So thank you for telling me that, Leg, but I appreciate it. Have they come to visit you, Aaliyah? Yeah. And you're right, Leg, but that he loved them strawberry. His last birthday we celebrated, I got him a strawberry cake. Besides rocks, guides and ancestors seem to be absent during this past 1.5 year battle. My day, oh, with condensed milk with strawberries? Ooh, that must have been good, but oh so sweet. Oh so sweet. Aaliyah, please hold on to that question about them sometimes. Okay. And that's what it was. Strawberry cake with strawberry frosting. Strawberry cake with strawberry frosting. That was his last cake for his last birthday. We are going to delve more into that, Aaliyah. But my pet was a black dog. He showed up in person. My father passed away on my son's 16th birthday. Yesterday was 8 years since he passed. He adored strawberry ice cream soda. Oh, Maggie. I'm so sorry, Maggie. My dad loves strawberry soda too. But I'm going to leave y'all with this. We are both yellow. I'm going to leave y'all with this because my phone is less than 10% now. Something I'm learning on this journey of grief. And this is whether it is a human that you loved or a pet. It is better that we have experienced them. We had the opportunity to experience them in life. That is far better than not having known them at all. And the crazy part of it is, with great love, the greater the love, the greater the loss, the greater the grief. And that's just what it is. No, thank you, Legba. Your words have done my soul an abundance of good, as I like to say. Thank you so much. I appreciate you learning on this journey. Yes, lots of love. And as I like to say too, Legba, righteous peace and abundant blessings to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. But just be grateful that we had this love in our life. Just be grateful that we had these people and these pets. We got to experience their love, their energy, all of them while they were here. And please, please, please do not focus on the loss. Focus on the life. And let it bring you peace. And with that, they never leave us. They always with us. Always with us. And with that, y'all, I got to go. It's 10:08. I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Thank you again for spending time with me. Y'all have brought me so much comfort. Words could never express. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. I will see y'all again soon. Mook, make sure you come back next time. Mook, you've been away too long. You've been away too long, Mook. All right, I love y'all. Righteous peace and abundant blessings to y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. I will have some more videos uploaded. I will have some more stuff on the podcast for y'all. So I got some more stuff coming this week. I love y'all and thank you. Good night.